Hello guys! So today we're here to talk about the purple-black Luffy deck after the boost it got from the starter deck. So as you can see here, one unique thing about my deck list is that it's kind of like pure purple. A pure purple-black Luffy deck. And the reason being, I think like people will be thinking like, shouldn't you be playing like Luffy since it has 5 life, right? But the thing is, the only leader card that effectively works with this character's effect will be purple-black Luffy, and that 7k power for leader card is just too good. And so while I only want to play the purple cards, I think it still works best with purple-black Luffy. Another reason why I didn't include the black cards, I think the ones that people tend to include would be this Taiko Sanji and this Nico Robin. I think both these cards are pretty good, just that I feel like this card with the power curve is not the best. I also don't think that getting rid of a 5 cost or lower card from your opponent is that powerful. With it having no counter and only a 6k power, I didn't think it was as good as some of the other cards. And also it doesn't synergize with anything else in the deck, so I don't think it's great. I think for Nico Robin is kind of like the same problem, right? If you have your leader at 7k attack, the blocker of 7k becomes a bit less useful. I think like I would have chosen Katakuri, but you can't search it. So I think overall, this card is still good because it forces the opponent to trash cards, right? But it also forces you to trash card. I think it's still something that I might consider, but I just didn't think it fits very well into my current deck. And without these two cards, I think what will make the deck work will be the purple cards. But I just want to make a key highlight here for this Shadow Pudding card. Okay, because I think once PRB-02 comes out, I will probably be replacing it with this Searcher Nami, because I put this here as more of like an insurance searcher. So when I cannot get like Black Maria or Nico Robin, then Shadow Pudding works as the third ramp card. Honestly, this is not very helpful because it has a very similar effect with the Sanji and Pudding, but Sanji and Pudding is better, you get an active Dawn, and it's less removable. So I think if I can get one more searcher in with the counter, the consistency of my deck will be sufficient and I don't need the Shadow Pudding card. Two more things to note. So one is that this deck, right, generally speaking, I need a lot of counters because the idea here is to protect this as much as possible. One more unique thing about this purple-black Luffy is that Black Maria is best with this purple-black Luffy. So against all purple deck, Black Maria counters their ramp, but with purple-black Luffy, you do more than just counter it. So let's say your opponent ramps up +1, you will reduce your Dawn until you are matching with them, so you are already 1 up, right? But the purple-black Luffy leader effect kicks in, so you get to get 1 more rested and 1 more active Dawn, so you ramp up double and you really overtake your opponent. Because of that and the 2k counter of Black Maria, this purple-black Luffy might be the best set to deal with like the current meta purple decks as well. So for me, right, this purple-black Luffy plays a lot like your green-purple Luffy. So the agenda is to keep finding a way to boost your leader's power and at the same time have as many active Dawns as possible to overwhelm your opponents. So this character card, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but essentially you get to get your leader card to 7k as long as it's still in play. If you attack, you get -2 Dawn equals 7k. But at the same time, right, this effectively triggers your 5 cost Sanji and Pudding every time you get to do an attack. If you are able to use your leader effect and you have 1 Sanji and Pudding on your field, when you return 2 Dawns, you will get back 2 active Dawns. And that is quite powerful because it doesn't have that drawback of the green purple Luffy deck where you have to keep watching your Dawn increment because you are not getting back those 2 Dawns. But for purple black Luffy, you are getting back those 2 Dawns. So it's not as effective as green purple Luffy in the way that you don't get as many active Dawns as easily, but at the same time, right, you don't have that drawback and you can use your Gangnam Giant a lot more freely. Also means that it will hurt a lot less when you use Luffy Taro. So let's say I play this Monkey Luffy on my maybe 6 cost turn. On my 8 cost turn, I play Luffy Taro into Sanji and Pudding. So I'll -1 Dawn, right? But that's not a problem because immediately after that, I trigger Monkey D. Luffy, the -2 Dawn after that. Then my leader effect will kick in. So on that turn, I'll get back 3 Dawn, 2 of which will be active. And that solves the problem of Luffy Taro as well. So your Dawn health will just be a lot better than green purple Luffy. So that's one advantage it has over green purple Luffy. And the slight disadvantage to me, it's just slight, is that you get a little bit less active Dawn. Generally speaking, I think with enough counters, against most decks, I think with the exception of like black decks, this is kind of okay. With purple black Luffy, right, the advantage is that all your characters will be +1. Okay, but then your Sanjay Pudding will be at 6, so Big Mom still deals with it. But at the same time, right, it does this across the board. Even though the stage card that Green Purple Luffy plays is +2, and it protects like Sanjay Pudding, but I think just having like the +1 across the entire board has its advantages. So I think overall, it plays like Green Purple Luffy to me. It's weaker than Green Purple Luffy in some aspects, but it just more manageable overall. You don't have to think too much about what choices you want to make because everything is just more stable. I also only play 2 of this secret rare EB-02 Luffy card because to me it's like a game ender. I only play it towards the end, and with the amount of searches that I have in this deck and the drawing potential that I can get, to me, right, at the end of the game, I will probably be able to get at least one of this, and I only need 1 to end the game. And in a similar way, if I have this and also this on the field, then I can get this Monkey D. Luffy to be quite powerful, probably striking twice of like 10k quite easily. How it will play out, I'll be showing in the next 3 games later. Alright, so we are here to try this out. So clearly we have to go with some of the more popular decks in the meta. I think ideally you starting second would be good because of the fact that like Sanjay Pudding works very well if you start second, and then you go straight into like next turn where you can actually play the 6 cost starter deck Luffy. Okay, but this hand is not the best hand that we have. Right, so a very late Searcher Law, another Searcher card, and then we can ramp here. I'm a little bit thin right now. Not in a rush. I think I will. Okay. Okay, we are going to counter this. There's no way we are saving the Zoro, so we're gonna take another damage. Okay, it's Pudding. Let's try to get rid of the Cavendish. It's probably not gonna work out, there's a lot of blockers. We'll have to try anyway. Right. Very strange play from this dude, which actually kind of like saved my life, if I would be very honest. Okay, now I have 10 Dons here. I would like a Luffy Taro, but if not, this will be good too. One card to trash. I have probably won, cause he decides to get rid of this Luffy. I have this Luffy to end the game. 6k, he has made a mistake, so I probably won the game. So like with the 8k, he didn't do anything, so it didn't really affect Cavendish effects. So this guy's probably like not the greatest player, I think. Yeah, I honestly think I won. I don't see how he can defend all of this. Let's see. Yeah, it was not difficult. And then against Rayleigh, right? Let's try to go second, and we see how it goes. Okay, so 2 Sanjay and Pudding. In this case, I'll take a Usohachi to counter. I think this is more utility. He didn't use the effect. Maybe not enough event cards, I don't know. Hard to explain why. So this is to set up for the next turn. Hopefully they have no way to get rid of my Pudding. I can't remember if they do. I don't think Rayleigh gets rid of like cards without attacking, so I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, typically this is when we get a Sanji. Yeah, their board is filled. It's quite dangerous. So 5k, I will probably take this. Okay, Gangam Giant. 6k, I'll just 7k, I'll take it for now. Okay, Sanjay and Pudding is pretty good. So the plan was to go up like this. Okay, I don't want to like use this for an attack, although it looks like it's a good move. Just want to be a bit cautious here. A 7k attack onto this Sanji. Wow, okay. That's surprising. I think I have to keep it. I might need to use my Gum Gum Giant. My ideal scenario is like a Luffy Taro next turn. So 7k, 7k, 7k again. I'll take this for now. $7k again. So this is an 8k attack. Okay, now Luffy, this is Luffy doesn't really benefit me. Both of these are okay. I'm gonna use this first. I don't think I can wipe him out. So with this, I could actually play this and search for something that can help me live another turn. Probably this, right? With this, I have to attack already. I don't think I can hold back. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, more counters, it's great. I think I won. So I think the number of counters in this deck is also important. Overall, with the 7k boost, right, really just struggles against Purple Black Luffy. Yep, it was not too difficult, I think. Okay, I'm going second. This is the Sun. I'm gonna keep it. I honestly think like if I get the Searcher Nami into this deck will get like a significant boost. Yeah, but I don't really need it at the moment. So I don't want to use either of this yet. I think, yep, if he ramps up, right, I'm going to double ramp up him. So that will be nice. So Black Maria is just such a good counter against like these decks that really prioritize ramping. Okay, that's fine. So this one I will take again, and then we will prioritize our efforts in defending after I get my more consistent 7k. So I think a mistake that I always make is I forget to increase the cost, right? So what happens at the end of the day is that like he uses Big Mom and gives me a lot of pain by taking away my card. So he kind of got lucky. His life was got threat, so got the extra Dawn that he needed to use his leader effect. The best card that I can pull here would be Luffy Taro. Okay, interesting. Ooh, I really got the Luffy Taro. That's really fortunate for me. Okay, so this is what I mean, right? I play the Luffy Taro, I get the draw card, and then because of the way this combination works, I'm gonna get like a lot of Dawns after this. I think I want to play the Nami out, just in case, or maybe the Zoro. So I'm gonna go and attack straight away with just a 7k. Okay, and then we'll do at 8k, always have one for your leader card. Okay, and then we'll just play the Nami. Hopefully this doesn't backfire on me. So I always want to get like super lot of counters so I can protect this Monkey Luffy card. He might be getting a little bit unlucky with the OP06 Sanji draw. Okay. Yeah, he might be thinking about playing like Pudding also, because I have so many cards in my hand. So Black Maria, and I want to draw a card, so I'm going to use Pudding here. another 9k. I can just use my blocker here, since I am intending to play this. Oh, that's kind of great actually. I'm gonna play one more, and then we'll attack with this. Oh, I'm maxed out, okay. And then I want to search for my game ender, which will be the PRB-02 Luffy. One of the problems with Blue Purple Luffy is he has a lot of 2k counters, and that props up the amount of counters he has. But I think if you do a lot of like 8k or 6k, eventually they will run out because they don't really have a lot of those like 1k counters. At this point, it's kind of like too late for him. Yeah, so I won. So even if you get like Sanji now, because it's so late into the game, the strategy with the purple black Luffy that I'm playing is like green purple Luffy, right? You want to put as many of those like 7k, 8k cards out there, and also you want to increase the amount of like active dons you can get. So every round right now with like the cards that I have out there, I can get like 3 active dons. So I think if I do get, which I'm gonna get, right, the PRB-02 Luffy the next turn, and I play it, it will be quite ridiculous. I will be getting, I think, a 10k swing twice in with my secret rare Luffy. Alright, so thank you very much for watching this video. I hope that you have an idea of how this works. I don't think this is perfect by any means, but I think I just wanted to be a bit more creative and see whether this Sanji and Pudding card can really work in this meta. Especially because like doing Taro into Sanji and Pudding is just such a good combo that I feel like as long as you can exploit it, you should. And this is the other deck apart from Green Purple Luffy that can effectively do it. So really enjoy playing this deck actually. Okay, so I just have an announcement here to make as well to close the video. If you remember, I have been talking about the PRB-02 case and I have secured it. It's probably going to come on 25th July. And I've included my carousel link down below. And you can click on it, get there, click on it, go to my account and then make an offer for the PRB-02 box. So per box right now I'm selling at 50 because I'm getting the case for $1,000 flat, which is to me already a pretty good deal. And I'm also aiming to like hand this over to you guys before like Saturday 26 July noon. So if you get it from me before 26 July noon, you can pick the boxes before me. If you are busy and you cannot take those boxes before that, then you can select the boxes, I'll take it out, and you just have to trust me on that because I do have to open it by noon so that I can film it, edit the video and post it soon. So if you are on board, you just want to get it by 26 July noon, you want to pick first, then let me know also. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, just subscribe, like this particular video so that we know who you are. Maybe send me a screenshot on Carousel and then you can get a further $5 off for this PRB-02. It's just a way to kickstart this whole thing. I don't know if it's sustainable, so in the future if like I buy 2 cases and like 15 people buy from me and I sell it at $5 off, then I might go broke. But I think to kickstart this whole thing, I just want to celebrate with you guys. So if you are a subscriber, you like this video and then you show it to me, then you can get like $5 off. Means you get a PRB-02 box at $45. So if you're interested, I already know that some of you have expressed interest and I thank you very much for that. It's very encouraging. Click the link down below with my carousel and then just chat me up, make me an offer, and I'll meet you on 26th July hopefully and hand you the box. Alright, so that's all for the video. Thank you very much and I'll see you again when PRB-02 comes out. Bye bye!